Okay, hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. It's been a long time since our last one, but before we start, I wanted to help me guys and let me know if you can see me and hear me well. That would be very good. How are you doing? So I'm gonna go ahead and say hi to everyone who said hi in the chat. So first of all, Frank Bro also says привет in Russian. So hi to you as well. Hi Massimo. Hi David Pear. Hi Davrian BMW. Hi Rock63. Hi a lot of top drives. Hi Veron Viper 06. Hi, Tizoni. Hi, Welsh Boy UK76. You guys, I have a cuppa here with me, which is actually not coffee. I'm gonna be honest, it's tea. So you should go ahead and have one as well. Hi Jay Bird, hi Gonzalo. So we're gonna be doing a live stream today for about, I would say, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Hi, Dead Inside 05. I'm very good, thank you very much. Obviously, it's Friday, so it's it's such an interesting day. You have 2 days of the weekend ahead of us, and there are some things to do over the weekend. Although with lockdown and everything, the situation is of course quite a bit different. As usual, I was trying to open up a Facebook live stream. But the problem is, of course, is that I forgot my password. So I was trying to open the Facebook on my iPad, and I just can't recall the password, and I cannot change it. So, guys, in the Facebook comments, I'll probably spend a few minutes trying to recover it. But otherwise, I'll go through the Facebook chat as well for a second. So, hi, Mika Zdrey, hi, Francois, Nell, hello, Misha Zdrey, welcome to the stream. Daniel Castellano, Christoph, and everyone else. I'm probably not gonna read absolutely everyone, but I'm very much glad to have you in the stream. We have a question already from Silver MV6. So, hi, when is the UK prices going to fall in line with the EU? I'm not entirely sure. What exactly do you mean there? Are you talking about the prices in store in game or something else? Because I wasn't actually aware they were different. So if that's the case, we should definitely have a look at it. Couple of things I have for the stream today, guys. So, first of all, we're gonna play a lot of Top Race. Maybe not a lot, maybe a little bit, but just a couple of things that I wanted to go through on my account. I think I wanted to have a look at the hatchback event, show my progress on the yellow bird, and also I haven't progressed a lot in the challenge, so that's on me. But I was too lazy. I'm sorry about that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about today is, in fact, our sort of recent discussions around collusion that we've brought up in the live stream 2 weeks ago, and there's been quite a lot of sort of animosity, I would say, or rather, animosity that sort of stems from sort of lack of clarity that we basically didn't provide enough information about what our actions are. And there's been quite a lot of back and forth on the forums about this, and I just wanted to sort of talk about it a little bit more on this live stream to make sure that everyone's updated on the information. Specifically, the forum thread, I had to lock it because I've put several posts over there, and it was a little bit. We were just going back and forth, to be fair, and I've tried to give as good of an explanation as to what our actions will be when it comes to collusion, but it wasn't so good, I suppose. So I wanted to talk about this today once again. So, are we getting any Year of the Ox events like Year of the Rat last year? So, nothing I can reveal on this particular stream, but I think there is something like that in the works. So, I would probably keep your eye on the events screen. Okay, so Silver MV6 has explained that the gold price is um, 70. Okay, so there's a difference in UK a cost for the 12,750 gold, and apparently the UK price is higher. So I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it is. Are we actually on iOS and Android? I think that matters as well. But I'm not entirely sure. I wouldn't be able to give you a straight answer this time. So I want to. I'll write it down so I can chat to the team about this. So just let me write it down. I do know that there is a difference between iOS and Android sometimes, but again, I don't think it's us. For Android, we have a little bit more control in terms of setting up prices for gold, while iOS, I think they have their own sort of structure where they literally just give us a number. I think from what I remember, that is how it works. And obviously on Android is a little bit different, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check that one for you. So Adrian Dumont is asking, how about a titanium pack with at least one epic and ultra rare? I wonder what you mean. Do you mean just adding it to the store available for purchase, or giving it out as some sort of an event? I would imagine. I think we've talked about titanium packs a couple of times previously already, and a titanium pack is probably not gonna come back, at least not in the same way that it used to be, because titanium pack was made for that particular event, Titanium Titans or whatever it was called. I wasn't actually working for this company before at the time, so it's I don't think it's going to come back in the same way. It's been a year, so I would imagine if the pack of a same value comes back, it's probably going to be called something else. So Ignacy Sanchez is asking, many players like 400 wrote and signed a letter to Hutch some month ago with comments and requests. Up to now, we didn't receive any feedback. Will Hutch ever give us an answer? So yes. We saw that email and the letter, and it's been a point of discussion for a while. At this point in time, I don't really remember everything you guys have brought up in there. I think there were like 10 points, and there was certainly a pretty serious debate here at headquarters about this at the time. So it wasn't like we just ignored it. Most of the team had their eyes on it. And in the end, we decided that we couldn't. We had a go at it. The problem was there were quite a lot of things that just were simply not true. Like I'm not trying to downplay everything, any of the points you've brought it up over there, because certainly there are things that concern to you, but. From what I recall now, and it's been a while as well. From what I recall, it just wasn't something that we could, reply to without having 10 more letters sent back to us. We did try. There were a few questions that were completely, untrue. I think regarding design, regarding downgrading cars for the update. We never really downgrade cars specifically to make money from that. That's simply not the case. We correct them, but it's never an intention to go ahead and correct them to screw over a big part of our players, and then and sort of maybe get some value from that. That wasn't the case for sure, I can tell you that. But we did have a go at it, and we really appreciated the fact that people, players don't send that sort of letters without having a great sense of care for the game, and this was certainly appreciated. It just wasn't something that we could answer to and wouldn't get even more comments back, because it's tricky. You answer one thing and then people start clarifying and then start clarifying, and then it just goes back and forth up until, so at one point you just have to stop. And we felt that we wouldn't be able to stop. We could go ahead we could keep talking for a very long period of time. So it wasn't overlooked. It was the points were mentioned that were brought up in that letter. They were mentioned in several of our like weekly presentations. It was shared outside of just Stop Drive team. So we have several community managers here at Hutch, and several people looked at it, and I personally had actually tried to answer it. So, but whatever I was coming up with was either it wouldn't satisfy you at any point. Like honestly, I just can't remember at this point in time what exactly was there. I remember the talk about the cars getting downgraded and going medium low. A couple of points about events. At this point in time, I can't remember, but I guess if it's still of concern, I might have a look at it for and prepare some talking points for the next live stream. I think that if that's the case, if it's concerning, then I probably should do that. I think we should have addressed it a little bit better. But one thing I want to reassure you is that we've definitely had a look at it, and it was brought to our attention. And many people on the team have seen that, and we absolutely didn't want to just undermine any of your efforts. And we scan not just our own platforms like our own social media. We are aware of existence of Top Drives Club Facebook group where this where this was probably brought up first, and we are aware. We see pretty much everything you guys are saying to us. Yes, I understand, Ignacy, but the thing is, you have to agree to a certain extent. It was you posted like it was. I'm not I'm not trying to undermine any of your points because it's important for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come forward to us with that. But the way you shared it on that Facebook page was you posted it there, and then there will be some points like you guys are downgrading cars unfairly, and it's fairly easy to sign for an average player. I don't know how many players have actually read the whole thing. I'm not trying to undermine any of your points. They were brought up and feedback was taken aboard. It's just that we can't answer things like that so easily. And I will bring it. I'll have a look at it once again for the next live stream, and then we can talk about it. But chances are you're still not going to be happy with whatever I'm going to bring back to you at that point in time. So we can have a go. I'm going to check the Facebook very, very quickly if that's okay. So I'm just going to switch that off for a second. But yes, as I said, it's not something that we never saw. It's important for you, for us. So I'm gonna check. Okay, so yeah, I'll bring some talking points for the next live stream for sure. What do we have? Do we have anything else from the comment section? There are issues with adverts, bonus gift. I think, yeah. Well, Paul says they've been dealing with those for 3 years. I know for a fact that like probably 90% of those, although that might make it sound like there's so many of those issues, but they're basically bugged and they are just waiting for their queue, for their priority to be resolved. So I can't give exact answers of when it's gonna happen, but. I understand your frustration because everyone wants to use those ads to get some gold, so that's understandable. Just not something I can talk about right now because I don't really have much information about this. So Rick is saying there appears to be certain people who know the requirements for forthcoming events. Can the requirements not be published when they appear on the menu? So yeah, this has been brought up again previously as well on the Q&A. I think even on the previous January Q&A we talked about this a little bit. We really do discourage players from, using the exploits, and they have to use exploits to get that sort of information. And that's not something that we want to see. And ideally, we would want people to, you know, just wait for the events to start, so everyone has access to the same sort of information. But we it will happen occasionally that players will share the information. It's just not much we can do about it at this point in time. So ideally, we would want to be able, it's kind of a tricky question, because this sort of exploit kind of still exists, but we don't want to have it there. At the same time, we cannot physically stop players from going and using it. So our stand here is that we don't want you to do that, and whatever comes out of that, it's kind of on you, because things can change even if they change last minute. So they do not always change last minute. It doesn't happen all the time, but the only information that is true is the one that you see when you enter the game. So that's all I can say about this. Any chance of with a Ferrari next update? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. So yeah, the SLS GT3 and AMG GT3, that was indeed an interesting situation, because what happened was that we were gonna start using a little bit more sort of 3D renders when creating those assets for social media and for the forums, and that was our first go outside of the Koenigsegg one, and yeah, it was a bit of a flop. The car itself in the game is a bit confusing. I think it says it's from 2016, but I don't think this car was made in 2016 at all. I think originally this particular car, the SLS GT3, was made in like 2010, and then it was a little bit funny. Yeah, I completely appreciate it. We took down the post, and I think guys are working on the image with the correct car right now. So hopefully this will be fixed. But yes, it was not very. I found about it like last minute. I literally was scanning social media and and was like, what the hell is going on here? Why is everyone saying that's the wrong car? And people just saying, you guys should get a grip, and we probably should. So yeah, we'll make sure we check those a little bit better next time. But we want to do those more sort of unique, give a more unique feel to each of our tri-series. Why no Ferrari? Because there's no Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari has to come with a license. So if there is no Ferrari in the game right now, I mean, I don't know, like how easy is it actually to get a license for a Ferrari. I think there's some other people dealing with that. I wouldn't count on it in the nearest future, simply because it hasn't still been brought to the game, and it's been over 3 years now. So we have Porsches and everything like that. So we even have Koenigsegg now, and we still don't have Ferrari. So I would imagine it's going to be a little bit problematic. Yes, Ferrari is very defensive as well. So there are some brands that are way easier to work with compared to others, and obviously Ferrari is not one of them. I cannot say anything about Tesla. I'd love to see it, but I haven't heard about anything. I would imagine we still have quite a bit of work to do on the brands that already exist in the game. There's been talk about German, Japanese cars. So this is probably what I would be expecting if I were you. So Adrian Dumont is asking, can we have a single player mode that goes infinitely, similar to the regular career mode, where you can unlock more cars and develop your garage even more? It would make the game more interesting. I mean, I guess I'm not entirely grasping exactly what you mean by this mode, but I guess campaign is a good, yeah. I guess campaign is sort of the best example of this. I'm not sure if campaign is going to be updated anytime soon. I would love to, but I think it serves a purpose. I've definitely brought up a couple of points from the community about adding new tracks as well to the campaign. So there is nothing I can share at the moment, but I know that the team is aware. The important people are aware of that. No info about the next update, sadly. Just wait and see. There is nothing I can say right now. It's definitely being worked on, but nothing to share at the moment. More single player was confirmed with any ETA at all. So no ETA, but I can say it's gonna be this year for sure, and it's actually gonna be very exciting. I just can't say too much because I'm actually not that aware of what exactly the team was working on like this or last week. I know we're working on more challenges basically. Yes, there's definitely going to be more single player campaign. I don't even think we have anything new coming in terms of multiplayer this year. I think it's mostly going to be single player, which is exactly what you guys want. Because we see very, very high levels of engagement across our collection series. People love these. People play these a lot, and they're extremely popular. Even though lately they've been like sort of stacked together quite closely, and we are still, we still want to do more of those for you guys. Overlanders. Well, I mean, that's fairly normal. There are things I can share with you, and there are things I cannot share with you. So, this is a game development. This is in many ways this is sensitive areas because it has to do with finances. So not always, but there are things about updates. I'm just not gonna tell you regardless because you just have to wait and see. I can share the things that we are working on, more or less, but I'm not going to go into details, so sorry about that. Yes, more challenges for sure. I would love personally. I think the goal of the team really right now is to make sure that you can play different challenges at any point in time, so you don't have to be stuck only with one challenge, which I've barely made any progress with. But you can actually go ahead and play several of them. Let me just quickly change the cable here so I can have my laptop charge. I've not made progress, but I think that the idea is to have a suite of multiple challenges running at the same time, which obviously will require not only more work from us, because you have to set these things up. So there are certain challenges to those challenges that you have to overcome, and hopefully this. But I'm certain it's going to be this year, and probably even not gonna give any promises, but I wanna say this the first half of the year. I'm losing my voice a little bit, but haven't streamed in a while. I still want to try and log into this damn Facebook. Oh yeah, so let me actually, since we're here, I want to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about Collusion. I'm just gonna have this on the screen, the game. I'm not gonna switch anything, but there was a little bit of a discussion in terms of what do we consider a collusion, and do we want to give any sort of definitions for player to avoid. And the first thing I think it's important for everyone to understand is that collusion is a very, very wide definition by itself. So it can involve everything. You can have imagine you have like your number one in the bracket, your friend is number three, and someone else is number two, and you might want to attack number two just because you want them out of this bracket, and this is technically a collusion, but that's not something we're going to be paying a lot of attention at. So number one, or there's two main things we want to prevent and discourage. First of all is big groups of players literally blocking the whole prize tier, top 10 spots, and just trying to get, like communicating with each other, strategizing together, and trying to kick asses of everyone else, trying to fight with them. This is what we want to stop. And the second one is we want to stop people with weak hands getting top prizes. Because if you are helping your friend to get the top prize, you protect him as well, you feed him wins, and they have a much weaker hand which shouldn't be able to win this prize spot, that's not good, and we want to stop that for sure. So these are two main cases that we really want people to stop, because we completely, where we play the game as well, we completely understand that players do this sort of thing all the time. On a small scale, at least, you might have someone who's like literally your friend or your flatmate, and you're in the same bracket, for example, and you're playing together. That's sort of normal. But if you are doing such thing where you are, reaching out to other players on Facebook and you're threatening them, you're suggesting them to come together and take top spots, that's not good. I would imagine that in 99% of cases, when this happens, nothing's gonna happen unless it's really, really obvious to us that there's serious collusion going on, because we do not have really any ways of checking these things on our own at the moment, at least. And in fact, these sort of we cannot just write down these rules. In a mobile game, they really need to be enforced by game design. There shouldn't be something that allows you to like collude with each other in such way. So there's something. It should be feature based, and this is something that we definitely want to have a look at in the nearest future. And I'm just trying to address the worries of a big number of our players who. Who are genuinely, and legitimately worried that they will get banned for even attacking someone specifically, like just spending 30 tickets on someone. This is not the problem. Problem is where you have 10 people taking the whole prize tier and just kicking everyone's asses, and then even worse if someone is like someone from that group actually has a really weak hand, and they are not getting to the top on their own merit. So for the majority of you, I wouldn't even worry about it. We just needed to sort of show our position, that we want to discourage this sort of stuff, and where possible, where we have enough evidence, and I want to stress that we must have both, reports and data evidence. We have access to all telemetry about all players. We can see everything from win ratio, score, your opponents, everything, and we are able to check whether there is some deliberate form of collusion was taking place. But again, most of you have absolutely nothing to worry about. But we had to make it clear that we discourage widespread collusion. Any ETA on the retune feature from Warren? As there's nothing really changed since our last live stream, where we said that we're simply going to have this is going to happen basically when we do these engine changes within the game, and retune will come as part of that. So there's nothing has changed since then. So a lot of top drives. Alex, I think, yeah, is asking if there comes a new championship, do we still have to use renown points? We've talked about as well on the last live stream. It's likely that we will. Oh no, sorry, we talked about a different thing. No, with the new championship, I would imagine it's still going to be renown, although I'm not entirely sure about this actually. The yellow bird will likely stay if the new single player championship comes in. So Tiny Nope, if you are an early influencer, if you don't have too many subscribers, what I suggest you to do is go to Hutch website where you can find the creator program page, and you can send us fill a form, and then we will have you on our list, and then we'll keep an eye on your channel if you continue doing content for a while on a regular basis. If you don't really necessarily have to have like lots of viewers and subscribers, because obviously, you know, channel growth is a slow process, but if you keep going at it maybe a month to 3, then we can accept you to the creator program. We have some great players in there, and we want to have more. So Sebastian Hoyek is asking about not being able to download the game anymore, as they're from Lebanon. I'm not sure if there are any restrictions in your country. Actually, I would imagine sending an email to support would be the best case, but I'm not entirely sure what is wrong with if there's anything wrong with your specific country. Yeah, stop throttle. I agree. It's a fine line, but again, we're not gonna. It's just not our intention. It was never our intention to go and straight away ban a bunch of players for you know, colluding with each other, even in the smaller scale. If we, chances are we're never actually gonna even find out about these cases, because we don't have like features that allow us to do to check collusion from you know, from the back end. So unless someone like provides evidence, that's the only way support can even find out about it. So I honestly wouldn't worry about it, unless you are like really obviously colluding, you know, taking the top spots, and just someone with very weak hand goes all the way to top 3, and then they get, you know, the prize car while not having almost any good cars at all. So Rick Tyndall, if you have, yeah. So I'm not sure why no one replied to your email. I think you should submit a support ticket, but please make sure you have some evidence with you as well, ideally, because it would just make it much easier for us to check. But then again, I cannot promise you that anything is going to come out of that, because we want to make sure it's properly proven. I've not played the game almost at all. It's almost like an next Q&A to a certain extent, but let's spend some time doing that. I'll be still looking at your questions, guys. So this is Hatchback in the USA, the only sort of event where I do have an only good event from the past maybe 2 weeks, where I do have some decent cars to use. Not as not too good, but no, actually this is pretty good, I would imagine. So this is RS 500, definitely one of my favorite cars in the game, at least from the hatchbacks. Is this certainly one of the fastest, and I'm just finding it a lot of use for it. This RS is, I don't like it. I'm not gonna say more, I just don't like it. We've got the banana, fully upgraded banana, which is, you know, how can you not use a banana in a hatchback event? We have fully upgraded Volvo C30 Polestar, which is, I would guess, a rather questionable choice, maybe for this one. And we have the Peugeot 208 GTI, which I have just finished upgrading with 323 just to see how it performs in this event. I'm completely losing my voice today. Can we have some spontaneous short events scattered here and there on a random basis? Events that take an hour? That's an interesting idea. I'm gonna put it at 275. It's just that I think the Polestar is taking the RQ away from me. I won't have enough RQ. Ocean long drag, which I think is actually an ocean shore drag, isn't it? So Let's just go ahead and play an honest game here. But they have the Peugeot 205. Wow, it's a new one, isn't it? That's the European Revolution. That's the In the Shadows prize car. But let's do this and maybe that and that. Oh, top throttle. That's nice to hear. You have 2 bananas, Alex. Okay, what's going on with the game? It's being a bit slow. Oh no, what? Oh no. Did I put, oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I think I've screwed this one. Yeah, I clearly did. That was a bad move. Let's try again. So yeah, let's have a look at what I have here. Maybe I could replace this, but then I have just too much RQ then. Is there anything else I can put there? What do you guys think? Maybe this. I do like the S1 a lot, but we don't have any rainy tracks here, I think. What if this one? Not many options. Not too many options. Yeah, that was I'm sorry. That was a fail. Ocean City Streets, okay. I don't want to mess up this one. Okay. Well, I don't know if I should put the banana in here. Okay, let's try this way. Yeah, I think I might lose this one, but I just want to see how the banana performs, but it should win. Well, this is kind of equal. Okay. Okay, so this one, theirs is probably better upgraded than mine, isn't it? 1-1, so it's 1-1-2, and mine is 2-2-1. Okay. Well, I'm just a noob. I haven't finished upgrading that one, that's for sure. But looks like I've lost this race as well. Yeah, I think Type R is gonna win here. No. Yep. So, pretty average performance from my side. What do we have? New video from a lot of top drives. Yes. Make sure to follow their channels if you speak German. I think, Alex, you only make videos in German. Green Ford out for the Civic. Let's try that. There we go. And should we do something else? So we have, is that one hatch? So this is a hot hatch, and this one obviously is not. So can we replace this with something else? Can we put it this? No. Sadly not. And I was lucky because I've upgraded this one before it went legendary, so I'm kind of lucky. What else do we have? Okay, Ocean Highway, again 205. G4, I think I have okay chances with this one. Okay, so City Streets, we'll probably put it here. This one's here. Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, I agree with that. And regarding any of our sort of next videos, I would suggest we're probably gonna have the showcase for the SLS GT3 soon. Although it's a rerun, we still wanna do a video on it because I don't think the previous one was done. And then we are gonna have our February Q&A eventually as well. Probably not next week, the week after. but we will announce it later. And you should see me on another stream next Friday as usual. So if collusion is just a problem, and considering this is at the end of a social game, why don't you develop some team events? I think there are several ways to resolve collusion, but none of them are really easy for us. And I know that the team has been thinking about it for a very long time. And there are certainly options on the table, but I'm not entirely sure if they can do anything about it right now. Believe me, we bring it up every time we have any sort of a feedback meeting, and both customer support and myself, we talk about it a lot. In my opinion, it needs to be feature driven, in the sense that it needs to be fixed on a feature level, whether that's removing names, letting attack more people below or ahead of you. So there are things that can be done, but so far we haven't really been able to identify the good sort of solution. So I'm not sure how what's going to come out of that at the moment, at least. But we just want to stress that we don't want people to do that. We don't want people to collude, at least on a big scale, where it makes the game very unfair for others. I had a Megane yellow one. Yes, you. it's a good car. It's indeed. But I think it's a bit strange that it's a hatchback, isn't it? What else do we have? So SLS GT3 quads. Well, I have nothing to show in this one at all. I mean, I have maybe some of those cars. Like I have obviously the Trailblazer. I have this X5, but other than that, nothing very useful. I suppose I could use this Mitsubishi, but as you can see, I've just basically I'm not doing very well in this one, which, to be fair, happens to like 90% of events that I play. So we have some dirt. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's going with full epics. What am I gonna do here? There is nothing I can do. Pretty much nothing. Okay, let's put this one here. Yeah, well, I mean, not good. Yes, hiding names is an option. I can't remember now why it hasn't happened yet, or why it will not happen. Okay, well, why it will not happen? I would imagine I don't really see. I think that people will still be able to find each other in one way or another, and it's not going to stop massive collusion, because Facebook names have been there for such a long time that people already know each other quite well, and they have ways to contact each other. They already have teams, so if removing names will stop some part of collusion, likely, but it's not going to fix it on a feature level. You still will be able to collude with someone if you know them. So that's something that we can't avoid. Certainly there is it's a good option, but it's not going to work on its own, I think. Okay, so it looks like I'm actually might be able to win this one. Wow. At least I will be 1 and 4 losses. 1 win and 4 losses, which is pretty disappointing. But I might actually give this event a little bit more gameplay time. I'm just gonna collect the rewards, but I'm unlikely to be able to do anything useful in this event. And this is quite interesting, isn't it? We're looking at the price tier. Oh, why is it not scrolling? Come on. We have Acuras. We have a whole range of Acuras in here. We have these beasts. I'm actually not entirely sure how good this is. I probably think they wouldn't put it here if it wasn't good. So it's probably a good car. I haven't looked at the stats yet, but it's quite interesting that we have it here. I genuinely don't know what the finals will be looking like, but if it's going to be accurate, it's going to be interesting. What else do we have? A little bit of progress on the championships. I've completed California, Rhineland, and Hampshire, so that's good. And I'm this. Sorry, I was going to use a word that I shouldn't use, but I have a problem with this last one because I simply do not have another ultra rare to put it here. Because I either need a low-level off-road to replace one of those, because this round requires 2 off-roads. I don't have a low-level off-road, and or I don't have a ultra-rare off-road. Although I can't remember. I think it was some Nissan that I needed to beat. So I'm not entirely sure if I would be able to, but I'll probably want to have a look at it once again. But I don't have anything upgrade right now to beat it at least. And I don't want to use the last of my points here, of my renown for this. So, but I'm getting there. Hopefully maybe in a few months I will be able to unlock the Yellowbird finally. Yeah, let's have another look at the chat, because you guys are posting a lot. I wanna answer your questions while I still can. Yeah, so Remix29 says you can't block Facebook Messenger, and then, as I said, it's not going to resolve the whole problem. You would still be able to team up if you want to, because the game's been around for such a long time that people know each other now, and you don't really necessarily need them to get in touch via Facebook. They can talk about it in other ways as well. Yes, so I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure about your names. Starts with C and U, Sinut or Luke. I had this idea about occasionally giving away like models of the cars that we have in game to winners of for some sort of a giveaway, and I think we should do it. I think it's definitely worth spending a lot of like bigger social suite type of feature. Not something that they are working on just now. Okay, let me hide the game now. There's nothing interesting happening. However, I do want to have a look at Facebook comments. I'm just gonna put myself in the middle, because why not? So you guys have something in front of you. And I'm gonna hide this bit. No, not this bit, another bit, this bit. I want to have a look at the Facebook comments, because there have been quite a lot, and I want to read what you guys have been saying to me. Come on, stop it, please, stop the sound. But I'll be wrapping up fairly shortly, because I have we have a couple of meetings. I think one more meeting at work. I'm streaming right here, right in the middle of everything. It didn't freeze. What do you mean, Katie? Oh, you mean oh, okay. I see what you mean. I feel like you guys want to have a little bit more giveaways, which is that coming? Yeah, I feel like you guys want to have a little bit more giveaways, which I think we should do, for sure. Be it on social media or elsewhere. I'm probably gonna come up with something on Facebook in the next couple of days, and then we should give some carbon fibers to you. Yeah, Peugeot on the city street. That was a good one. That was very fast, wasn't it? Yeah, not much from Facebook at the moment. But I think, guys, I'm gonna start wrapping up. Thank you for joining. This was the first coffee live stream of this year, so I'm hoping to bring a little bit more info to you next time, which should be next Friday, hopefully. And I think thanks everyone for joining. I think we've had over 100 people at the biggest point, so I'm happy to see that you guys would love to join those streams in the future. Thanks, mods. I didn't drink any coffee, but I was drinking tea at the beginning until I started losing my voice. When is the year of the Ox tag coming? I don't know. I think soon. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but I think it should be coming soon. Maybe a couple of weeks more. I'm not entirely sure. You should. We will announce it. We will announce it. That I can tell you for sure. Nemesis, you should stop posting the same thing about the friend list because we're not adding it right now. But thank you for asking. Okay, thanks guys, and I will see you in the prize card showcase of the SLS GT3 in a couple of days, and then we'll see you on the next coffee live stream next week, and then we'll see you on the Q&A as well with John and Tim. But for now, bye bye and have a great weekend, everyone. See you in the next episode of the Top Drive Show.